Cheese, bikes, tulips, canals, and yes, windmills. That's usually what people think of when they hear the Netherlands. But trust me, there's way more to this little country than just cliches. From world-changing inventions to some pretty weird traditions, the Dutch have a lot of surprises up their sleeves. So today, I'm going to share with you the top 10 fun facts about the Netherlands. But first, let me ask you this. If the Netherlands didn't exist, do you think half of Europe would actually be underwater right now? Number 10. Let's start with the obvious. Bikes. The Dutch don't just ride bikes, they basically live on them. There are more bikes than people here. Over 22 million bikes for just 17 million people. Kids bike to school, adults bike to work. Even the Prime Minister bikes to his office. It's not just transport, it's lifestyle. And honestly, it makes visiting the Netherlands feel like you're in a giant cycling theme park. Number 9. Tulips might look pretty innocent, but back in the 1600s, they caused absolute chaos. A single tulip bulb could cost as much as a fancy house. Imagine paying mansion money for a flower. This was called tulip mania, and many people see it as the first financial bubble in history. Today, tulips are still everywhere, especially in Keukenhof Gardens, where millions of them bloom every spring. Number 8. If you love cheese, this is your heaven. Gouda, Edam, Maasdam. The list goes on. The Dutch have over 1,000 different types of cheese. They even have traditional cheese markets where big wheels of cheese get weighed, carried, and sold in a whole ceremony. And get this, the average Dutch person eats around 20 kilos of cheese per year. That's dedication. Number 7. Windmills aren't just for Instagram pictures. Back in the day, they were used to pump water and stop the country from flooding. The Netherlands has always had a love-hate relationship with the sea, and windmills were their first big weapon. Today, you can still find over 1,000 of them, with Kinderdijk and Zaanse Schans being the most famous spots to check out. Number 6. Speaking of keeping the water out, the Dutch took things to the next level with the Delta Works. It's this massive system of dams, dikes, and storm barriers that protects the country from the North Sea. Without it, big parts of the Netherlands would literally be underwater. Some people even call it the 8th wonder of the world. Not bad for a small country, right? Number 5. Dutch food isn't fancy, but it's comfort food. Try a massive Dutch pancake. They're thin, huge, and can be sweet or savory. Stroop waffles are legendary, and once you've had one fresh from a market stall, you'll never forget it. And in winter, people eat erwten soap, a thick pea soup that's basically a warm hug in a bowl. Simple, but so good. Number 4. Ever heard of Rembrandt, Vermeer, or Van Gogh? Yep, all Dutch. For such a tiny country, the Netherlands has produced some of the most famous artists in history. Their works are still in museums all over the world, but if you're in Amsterdam, you can see them in the Rijksmuseum and Van Gogh Museum. Honestly, it's crazy how much art came from such a small place. But before we go to the top 3, please like and subscribe because what you hear next will shock you. Number 3. Here's a cool history fact. The Dutch East India Company, also called the VOC, was basically the world's first multinational corporation. They traded all over the world, from Asia to the Americas, and even invented things like the stock exchange. Of course, their legacy is complicated, but it shows just how powerful the Dutch were in the 1600s. Number 2. The Netherlands is a monarchy, and the royal family, the House of Orange, is super important to Dutch identity. King Willem-Alexander is the current king, and every year the whole country turns bright orange for King's Day. It's like one giant national birthday party with music, markets, and a whole lot of beer. If you ever visit, make sure to experience it. Number 1. Speaking of parties, the Dutch love festivals. Besides King's Day, there's Carnival in the south, the Flower Parade of Zundert, and Sinterklaas, which is kind of like Santa Claus, but with a Dutch twist. Each festival has its own traditions, and honestly, They're some of the best times to see the Dutch culture at its liveliest. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you on the next video with a new country.